Flynn Rider from Tangled as a superhero? Yes. The movie Big as a superhero movie? Double yes. Another fun and entertaining movie in the DCEU? Triple yes. Sign me up right now. Shazam! Shazam is the newest film in the DCEU. It is now the 7th film, and this film is directed by David F. Sandberg and stars Zachary Levi. The film follows Billy Batson, who is a foster kid, and he's had a hard life. He's been separated from his mother at a young age, is trying to find her. One day he encounters a wizard who gives him superpowers, and he becomes an adult superhero named Shazam, played by Zachary Levi. And while he's discovering his powers, he also faces a new threat, Dr. Sirvana, played by Mark Strong. Now, I've been looking forward to Shazam ever since I saw the Comic-Con trailer. I didn't know anything about Shazam. I never read any comics. I didn't know who he was. But the trailers for this movie got me so excited. It looked like so much fun. It looks like something fresh and different in the DCEU. And I was looking forward to seeing another fun and entertaining movie in the DCU. I feel like they've been stepping up their game. I've heard a lot of positive reactions from early screenings, which got me even more excited. And I finally saw the movie, and it was a ton of fun. And I'm going to say this right now. This might be my new favorite film in the DCU, and it just topped Wonder Woman. And I really liked Wonder Woman, but Shazam just found a way to become my new favorite DCEU movie. This movie was a blast. First, Zachary Levi was the perfect choice to play Shazam. He is really funny. I love his energy. He has a ton of charisma. He definitely a good job of playing like a young boy in an adult body. Zachary Levi pulled it off perfectly. I love him in this role. He was the perfect choice to play Shazam. I want to see more of him in the future. I thought the child actor who played Billy Batson did a good job. He did a good job putting emotion in his performance, and I did care for him throughout this movie. And also one of the kids from It in this movie, he played Eddie, and he was really funny in this movie. I was surprised how good his comedic talent was for such a young age. One of the highlights for the movie was both the back and forth between him and Zachary Levi. It was very entertaining. They had great chemistry. They played off each other very well. Now, something about the DCU that I haven't really been impressed with that much, and that is their villains. I would say there are like 2.5 villains I like in the DCU. Zod, Black Manta, and maybe a bit of King Orm. But for the most part, I found their villains really either forgettable, not threatening, hammy, over the top. I haven't really been impressed with the DCEU villains. And I like Mark Strong, but I was worried that he was going to play a one-dimensional, forgettable villain. But in this movie, I was surprised that they gave him a pretty good backstory in this movie. They did a good job of giving him a good backstory and a believable motivation, and you understand what he's doing, while also being menacing. And Mark Strong looked like he was having a ton of fun playing the villain in this movie. And I gotta say, I think he's the best DCEU villain we've got. And also, it was great to see Mark Strong in a better DC movie than the 2011 Green Lantern movie. Ugh. Whenever I think about that movie, I just have this feeling of disgust. But what makes this movie work is the comedy. This movie had me laughing so much. I haven't laughed this hard at a DC movie since the Lego Batman movie. There were so many funny scenes in this movie, lines or funny scenes in this movie, and quite possibly the funniest scene in the movie is the convenience store scene. That scene had me dying. It was so hilarious. And the director is this movie, David F. Sandberg, who's directed some horror movies before this. And I'm really glad that DC is giving these horror filmmakers a chance to direct movies like these. James Wan with Aquaman, and now David F. Sandberg with Shazam, and both of them did a pretty good job. I could definitely tell some horror elements were used in this movie. This movie was a lot more intense than I was expecting, so parents watching this, be warned, this movie may be a little too intense for children at times. But also directing this movie very well. He filmed the action very well. And definitely took the premise of Big as a superhero movie to its full advantage. And in fact, there is actually a reference to Big in this movie, and it's one of the famous scenes from that movie. And I like that reference to Big. But what I really liked about this movie was this movie had pretty good heart. Definitely liked the heart in this movie from Billy Batson, who's trying to find his mother, and doesn't know what family he wants to be in, his new foster family, or whether he wants to continue finding his mother. And I really like the heart involving his foster family and whether Billy Batson truly belongs, and I do like that. And there were some entertaining action scenes in this movie that were well directed, a ton of fun to watch. And I also want to mention this really funny scene, the climax between Dr. Savannah and Shazam, where they're both far away and Dr. Savannah is giving a speech, and it was really funny. It kind of took the cliche of the villain giving a threatening speech to the hero and did something funny with it, and I absolutely loved it. Sadly, I do have some flaws with this movie. I will get to those right now. First, for the most part, the effects are pretty good. Sometimes they're a little iffy, especially a few scenes in the flying scenes that did take me out of the movie a little bit, and also some creature designs with the 7 deadly sins, which little iffy. And also, I don't think the tones quite flowed as well as it could. Sometimes we go from a funny and lighthearted scene to an intense and dark scene, and sometimes the flow between those tones didn't quite work so well. But overall, Shazam is a blast. It's really funny, it's got good heart, and it's just so entertaining. And Zachary Levi is great as Shazam. I definitely want to see more of him in the future, and this is my new favorite film in the DCEU. This definitely felt like something new, fresh, and fun for the DCEU, and I had a ton of fun watching it. Yeah, and with this and the new Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, which looks amazing, this looks like a great year for DC. And I'm excited to see more from the DCEU in 2020 with the Birds of Prey, the Harley Quinn solo movie, and Wonder Woman 1984. Looking forward to both of them, and happy to be a DCEU fan. Feel like they're stepping up their game right now, making entertaining and good movies. So overall, I am going to give Shazam 4.5 stars out of 5. I had a ton of fun watching this movie. This is my new favorite film in the DCEU. And if you have not seen this movie yet, and if you want to, definitely check out Shazam. It is a ton of fun. So what do you guys think of Shazam? Do you agree? Disagree with me? Let me know below. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new here. It really means a lot. I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.